Hi, I'm Dr. Mike DiTolla, the Director of Clinical Affairs for Dentsply Sirona, and we're coming to you live from SIROWORLD 2016, the ultimate dental meeting from the Dental Solutions Company. And I'm here with our executive panel. To my right, Mr. Jeff Slovin, Mr. Chris Clark, Michael Augins, Roddy MacLeod, and Ingo Zimmer. Jeff, I'm going to start with you because you're sitting right next to me. We announced...
Once again, I picked the wrong spot.
You picked the wrong spot. This is the hot seat. Anytime I don't have an answer, I'm going straight to you. We announced this merger at CEREC 30, and it's been a process of starting to integrate it. Tell me about the first 100, and I think I heard you say it's been 175 days.
175 days.
Tell me about those. How's it been?
Well,
are we still in the honeymoon?
Well, we'll always be in the honeymoon because we've got the greatest company and the greatest people. So we've been spending a lot of time really thinking about, what is it that we can do to make it clear to the industry that we're the end-to-end solution provider, that our dental solutions are truly unique and differentiated. But most of all, it starts with our people and understanding our mission, vision, and value, and carrying that across. You have to keep in mind, we've got 15,000 people who are truly committed to dental. And so being able to spend that, make sure everybody understands that, so there's a lot of time on that. And we've got extraordinary people. We've got a lot of talent. Getting to know each other, getting to understand, getting the SBUs to talk, our RCOs to form, and also to remember that the reason why this came together was for the dentist, for the dental profession. We're talking about something that is totally about growth and possibility. So we've seen it. It's been a short period of time. We feel good as a management team that we've been able to accomplish a lot. I mean, in the first 175 days, we bought a implant company, MIS, not insignificant, and we've continued to grow and do well. And so we're excited not only what we've done operationally, but also what we've been able to set forth strategically.
Yeah, and I love the idea that we're being driven by this mission of making dentistry faster, easier, and better for dentists. Dentists never complain when it becomes easier. I often think about pilots using autopilot. There's a degree of safety that's there, and we want to make dentistry safer and give patients better end results. Chris, we've got two companies here, one founded in 1877, one in 1899, long-standing, proud organizations. I can only imagine what happens when you have a merger, trying to figure out how you're going to be able to brand this new company. I know you were integral in that process. What was that like?
Well, it was exciting to see it come together. I mean, I think one of the neat accomplishments or significant accomplishments early on was out of the blocks, the team came together with a new logo that I think is just exceptional. Bringing Dentsply Sirona together, DS Dental Solutions. We believe the logo is timeless. It's certainly going to serve us well, brings a tremendous amount of energy, and we're truly the dental solutions company. The combination provides opportunities for dental solutions that we believe are unrivaled in the industry.
Right.
And the excitement of bringing that together is exceptional. And again, I just want to applaud the team that brought branding day one forward for the company, because again, I think it's a great statement out of the blocks in the context of we are something new and something, even stronger than either of the two companies that, you're right, had long histories and were very successful in their own right. But this is special.
I can only imagine the arguments that went on with people very proud of their brand, and rightfully so.
I'd call it internal debates as opposed to arguments, but it's very healthy.
Debates.
A lot of excitement and a lot of passion, which is great.
And I think the end result they came up with is modern, it's clean. When you look at, we have an animation that shows the two logos coming together and rotating and ending up with this new solution that's going to move dentistry forward.
This is creating something special in and of itself.
So job well done.
Team effort, thank you.
Michael, here we are, SIROWORLD 2016. I don't know anybody who knows how to throw a party better than you do, but you're also passionate about having the best clinical education that's possible. I've heard from other people that this was originally your idea to do this meeting back with CEREC 20. Tell me a little bit about how you had a vision that a community like this would want to gather on a regular basis to celebrate this technology.
It was more an idea that evolved. The original idea back in CEREC 20 was just the power of bringing together our users and exciting them about sharing their passion for the technology. We knew we had a special connection between CEREC and the product, and those people were really passionate and loved it, and that by bringing them together, that energy, you could create something kind of like Harley does and other groups that bring together passionate owners. And that's really where we started. But how it evolved in this idea that it could be bigger than that was really from a brainchild that Roddy and I had at 27.5, which was the idea of not having an anniversary celebration, but making up an event to launch the product Omnicam. And when Omnicam came out, we didn't have the right platform, we didn't have the right vehicle, and we were saying, hey, what can we do to really get this going with a bang? And we created 27.5, thinking, hey, it's kind of be kitschy, we can bring the group together, it's been 2.5 years. But what we saw there was the ability to powerfully introduce a product and the excitement that created. And we've never had in the history, certainly of our old organization, a bigger selling day than that first day of Omnicam at 27.5. I mean, it was amazing how that happened. And that kind of snapped this idea of, hey, you know, you don't have to be every 5-year idea. And then we were wondering how 27.5 would affect 30, and 30 was even bigger, and we integrated more products and became about more than CIROC, and we announced the merger. And this was kind of just a natural evolution to SIROWORLD, where we could bring all of our products and solutions and in fact the entire community, so not just that passionate CIROC community, but bring all dentists and give them something interesting and try and reignite their love of dentistry and create a meeting that has something that others don't. Because I think what makes ours special is we're a great education meeting. I think we've got as good education as any other meeting, but there are other great education meetings. I think what we do better is integrate entertainment, education, and really a good time with that community feel and create something that just is different than what our others are doing. And I think the people that attend the meeting appreciate that.
And it really has added to it, having the Dentsply expertise and having their speakers and all their knowledge in these different areas of training like implantology and ortho, things we haven't done before. It really does give it the feel of an educational festival with all these different tracks that we've got to offer now. It's fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. The depth of the lineup of educators that Dentsply brought, and, you know, the CIROC meeting, we had a great stable of CIROC speakers, and we had developed a great stable of imaging speakers, but it was a little bit one-dimensional. Now, with the KOL network, the global KOL network that we have as a combined organization, our ability to educate true interdisciplinary dentistry, any aspect of dentistry, has expanded a multiple of times.
Right. Roddy, you work in Bensheim, and I've had the chance to come meet with you and the R&D team there. It's pretty impressive when you see, and obviously we can't always talk about where we're going, but I see this real drive that Jeff kind of talked about earlier to make the dental experience better for patients, you know, by making it easier for dentists to get better outcomes. Talk a little bit about what you guys do with the R&D team in Bensheim.
Sure. I mean, as Michael mentioned this morning, as Jeff mentioned, the patient experience is at the center of our focus on how we're developing our workflows and our solutions for the customer. And I mentioned it a bit earlier. I was on the phone the other day talking to somebody, and I was explaining to them that across my, outside my window of my office, you can see the Center of Innovation at the Bensheim facility. And I was telling them, you know, it says Center of Innovation on it. It doesn't say Center of Incremental Improvement or Center of Step-by-Step or Mediocrity or
Center of Average, yes.
Center of exactly of Average or something. So everybody in that organization, everybody in that group understands the requirement. The requirement is to find innovative solutions to make dentistry better, safer, and faster for our customers. That's the goal, that's the job. And when we do that, the patient experience is lifted. And when we do that, our customers win. And that's how that whole thing comes together. And that's a very clear vision from our side. And that's what we're doing every day at the factory. So it's a lot of fun. It's working well.
It is a lot of fun, and you know, every time you help a dentist, you're going to help 2,000 or 3,000 patients at the same time.
Absolutely.
And as Jeff loves to say, we're all patients. We're all going to be there at some point. So it's kind of selfish. Every time we make things better, we're making it better for ourselves and our families, and just the whole experience better. Ingo, you started off in CIROC software. I think you were in the wrong job. I think you are now exactly where you're supposed to be. You have done so much behind-the-scenes work to put this all together, what people see on the stage, from your videos to the set design to really conceptualizing all this. Talk a little bit about how you get a vision for this, because it's usually anything you think they can make it happen, and it turns out to be just an awe-inspiring event for anybody who comes and witnesses.
Yeah, no, that's true, Mike. And when you say 7 years in Bensheim, when they sent me over to Charlotte, they were waving not like this, they were waving more like this.
More of a push. I think it was like this.
More of a gentle push. So, they FedExed me overnight to Charlotte. No, it's it's so much fun. These events, I really, really love them. And I'll tell you why. This morning at 9 a.m., when the doors opened, there were people marching in, really into this arena like they were marching into a One Republic concert.
Right.
Right? I mean, there was excitement, there was passion in their eyes. They couldn't wait for the opening ceremony. They were with their cell phones. That is what I want to see in their eyes. They can't wait for it. You know, certainly there goes a lot of planning into those meetings, and the entire team puts so much heart and soul into this, because seeing that experience and that passion in their eyes, this is what drives us. This is what really motivates us, you know. And everyone is so passionate about this. And then when all these people sit there and just look all over and see those videos and the lights and the great speakers and the education and the entertainment, this is what really gets us going. So we are really proud to support and empower our customers that way.
That's why I fell in love with this company. You know, that's why I came to work for it, because I found it so inspiring. It's hard not to be inspired by a company that's willing to believe in, if you build it, they will come. And reinvest and spend, you know, a lot of money towards talent and other things to make these meetings the best. And then a company that's also willing to maybe change the way they were doing things, you know, and all of a sudden CEREC Zirconia is a product for us, something that I was very familiar with. And you guys looked at it and decided this is the right way to go. This is going to benefit dentists, benefit patients as well. It was an easy decision for me to come over to this company because of interviews with all of you guys and talking to you guys and seeing the vision that you have and what direction we're heading. And I'm looking forward to doing this again next year. What do you think?
We're excited. I mean, it's so great to have you, because you know you raise the bar on what's possible, having someone like yourself with us who understands what it means, and don't take this the hard way, to be an average dentist and see the possibility, what technologies, consumables, what our process is all about. You know, what amazes me is when I think about the fact that each year Dentsply Sirona, through our programs, educates over 300,000 dental professionals. Wow, that's big. And we learn more. I mean, we were talking as a group earlier how much we learned listening to the speakers today. And that's the environment we want to create, you know, a learning organization that doesn't rest on its laurels, that brings as many people who want to come in. Remember, for a lot of dentists out there, they're still in the dark age. You know, we heard about that from a standpoint of what's going on in digital and endo and CAD/CAM, and it's here. I mean, we don't have to wait for the next innovation to bring their practice forward, to have them have a true impact. And I love you being part of this team, because you can help us embrace that. And zirconia, frankly, we know the material's been used for years and the most used materials, but being able to address that as part of the CAD/CAM CEREC family is just tremendous. It's going to truly have a change in the dental practice and on patients, because at the end of the day, everybody knows if you can get it done well, better, safer, and faster in a single visit, that's what everybody wants. And it doesn't matter if you're in Orlando or you're in Tahiti or you're in Tokyo. Single visit dentistry is what the patient and the doctor truly want to be able to offer. And all we want to do is be able to support it and help it. And I think we've got the terrific team and the organization to be there. You know, it's very few organizations that have been around for over 100 years. And together, Dentsply Sirona, you can count on us for the next 100.
That's why I announced Dentsply Sirona World 2080 earlier this morning. And the great thing,
did you have to pick Orlando?
I never take offense at being called an average dentist. I take pride in it, because those are my people. And so when we create solutions, endodontic implants or whatever, and they work in my hands, they're going to work in everybody's hands, and we will impact 85% of those dentists and make it work. And now that we've had an endo speech from the main stage and an implant talk, I can't see going back. There would be a real hole in this meeting if we didn't have that education. So it's wonderful to be able to expand that and really have something that every GP will consider a must-see meeting in their yearly calendar.
Absolutely.
All right, well, on behalf of the Dentsply Sirona Executive Panel, I want to thank you for your attention, your time, and your commitment to quality dentistry.